it just, when I look at her inbox, it makes me so happy. Hey everybody, welcome back to my world where no matter how old you get, you never need to grow up. Never, never, never. Even though it's like tax season and you have to adult and stuff, you don't have to grow up. You can sort of, kind of put that off. Sort of. Well, no, you can't put it off. But you know what? You can stay a child at heart. You can adult when you have to. But make sure that you don't just adult, I think is my message. I think that's my message. I didn't sleep well last night, so I'm not really clear about anything. I had one of those nights where, like, it just feels like I had nightmares and, like, freaky, trippy dreams all night. Don't you hate those? You wake up in the morning and you're, like, more tired than when you went to sleep, and you're all confused and everything just seems like, ugh. So I'm like, I don't know what's going on. But anyway, I was very encouraged by the cover of the new Toy World magazine. Now, Toy World is bleh, all over the place right now. I just messed that up. So Toy World is the UK version of the Toy Book. So the Toy Book is, well, it's definitely bigger than Toy World. But anyway, so the Toy Book is the industry publication for the toy industry. And it's based here in the US, but it's the biggest toy industry publication, and it's amazing. I love the Toy Book. And I'm totally biased because Toy Insider and Adventure Publishing, who put out the Toy Book, have been friends of mine for almost as long as we've had this channel, so I am kind of biased. But Toy World is kind of the UK version, and they cover, well, the UK and also kind of what's going on in Europe in terms of toys, because sometimes licensing and stuff is different over there. I need to pop my iPad out of my case, otherwise it's going to keep spinning, because this case spins in all different directions for you. So anyway, so here's the cover of Toy World, and as you can see, it says doll power. So they've got some older, like they've got the older Barbie extras. They've got the ill-fated Hello Kitty license, which I think may have just made it across the pond. We've got the new Spirit dolls from Mattel. We've got, I think that's a Mattel Harry Potter doll. We've got Polly Pocket. So it's all about Mattel here. So Mattel owns the cover of, gee, I wonder how much it costs to do that. Wait, I need some tea. Excuse me. I need to wake up. And also it's like allergy season, so if I sniff a lot through this video, please do not mistake that for anything other than it's allergy season. And I sleep with a cat, like, in my face. So, and I'm not allergic to cats, but so dolls. So that's what the topic of this video kind of is. I'm not going to sit here and like look at this magazine. Well, I want to, because I haven't read this one yet. I read the Toy Book, but I didn't read this one yet. So anyway, so the point of this is, but wait, there's a picture, there's supposed to be a picture of glow-up girls in here somewhere. We've got new Hair Doorables Color Magic Blow Dry Besties coming out. That sounds interesting. I love Hair Doorables. And we haven't had Hair Doorables in a while. Okay, so the Glow Up Girls. I need to get information about Glow Up Girls because there's kind of a bit of a fail fix going on. Their faces look really cute. I should probably just put this image in instead of doing it by screen, but it's me and I'm lazy. So now somebody pointed out to me in an Instagram comment that with the Glow Up Girls, there's as far as the webisodes, I believe, there's some sort of reality show competition involved. And so then that kind of becomes a whole different thing, right? So it's not just about, I'm just scrolling to see if there's any, I'm very confused about Sparkle Girls because they were sparkle girls here in the States, and then all of a sudden now they're glitzy girls, but they're still sparkle girls in the UK. And I don't know, because I have an entire, they sent me a big thing, but I lost it, and then I found it again, and then I was like, well, wait, should I do it if it's not, if they're glitzy girls now? Am I going to confuse people? Here's here's a sneak peek at some miraculous dolls. So we knew there were more miraculous dolls coming for sure. And it looks like there's like a miraculous playset. Whoa! Okay, so the story with Glow Up Girls is step 1, bath bomb that dissolves to reveal makeup and a brush which can be applied to the doll's face to reveal her new look. Next, kids can dip the doll's nails into water to take them from bare to manicured. There's also 25 fashion surprises to unbox along the way, including clothing, shoes, and hair. There's a mask for the kids. I'm not sure what we're teaching kids here. And I don't know. But I'm telling you right now, I don't know what these are, and I don't collect horses, but dang if I don't want them. This is what happens. See, like, I will put a link down below so you can download this, and you can feel kind of like what it's like to go to Toy Fair, because you actually see all this stuff in person, and then you're like, want it all, want it, want it, want it, need it, want it, need it, pass. But the pass is very rare. What does that have to do with the title of this video? What it has to do with the title of this video is I'm really excited to see dolls coming back, because we've had that dry spell, but there was this period of time from around 2009, 2010 through 2015 where we had a really good period of time with a lot of really creative, unique dolls. And there were some great doll lines that came out then that don't exist anymore. And one of them was La-Di-Da dolls. Now, and the videos are all private now, but we reviewed just about every La-Di-Da doll that got made. We loved La-Di-Da dolls. And as you hear many times on this channel, you know, our La-Di-Da collection eventually, when Caden, you know, didn't want to display it anymore, wasn't hanging on to it, got donated, because otherwise, literally, our house, we would not be able to move if we did not donate dolls. And then sometimes I get nostalgic. So there were certain La-Di-Da dolls, there's just a few, that I really miss. And I would love to have them as art. So I have these 3 dolls that I was able to find on eBay. Now this is another situation where the dolls have become really expensive, which I find really interesting. So these were, who made La-Di-Da? I think Spin Master made La-Di-Da. La-Di-Da, 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 La-Di-Da. Yeah, these were Spin Master. So these dolls are really unique in their appearance, and there really wasn't anything else like them. And I think that's why, and they were done well. I mean, there's those times when there isn't anything like something and it's done really badly, and you're like, yes, please, no one make anything that looks like this ever again. But then there were these, and they did it so well. So they did sort of like an around the world theme, and this is Tylee, and this is Kabuki Tylee. So she had sort of a Japanese vibe. Now, the really unique thing that some people liked and some people hated about La-Di-Da dolls is you can see the size of her head. She has a very, very large head. And she has a very tiny, delicate, delicate body. Like, even the big-headed aliens' proportions are more proportioned than this. So these very tiny bodies with these very skinny little legs and arms and tiny little bodies and these giant heads. But their heads were really the focal point of the doll, and they're beautiful. I think they're beautiful. I do. I think the makeup was always just really cute and on point, and the hair was just always styled so well. So this is Kabuki Tylee. So first we'll look at the outfit. This is all fabric, and it's a really nice fabric. It's not all, you know, plasticky. We've got these like slightly gauzy flared sleeves, and got this like ribbon around here. The shoes were never anything to write home about on La-Di-Da dolls, because their feet are like, look at these tiny little slivers of plastic for feet. Here we go. And then, but look at her face. Come on. Look at her beautiful face. I love this facial style. And honestly, when I was a little girl and I used to try to draw, I used to draw faces like this. I would draw very pointy chins with huge eyes and like teeny tiny noses with teeny tiny mouths. Maybe that's why I'm drawn to them. So she's got violet eyes. These bangs are so adorable. And then she's got her little buns, and she's got her peony in one side, and then she's got an umbrella in the other. And then it's cool because you can see her streaks in her hair. I just think that's really cool. But she's also got these two really fun colored twists of hair that then tie back to the outfit and the shoes. Isn't that cool? I think she's so cool looking. And I missed her. She was my favorite. There was another one, I think her name was Siobhan. And there was a Paris version of her, but wait, I need a doll stand. Her Paris version, she had this like really poofy sort of Marie Antoinette hair, and she had an Eiffel Tower sticking out of her hair. And I could never decide, and I was going back and forth when I was looking at them on eBay. I could never decide if I really, really liked that or not. And so I decided not to get her, because I couldn't decide. So I'm using my Kaiser doll stands for dolls with tiny waists. Very tiny waist. So there she is. There's Kabuki Tylee. Now, this one, I'm going to keep her in the box. And I just need to clean up the box because there's like some tape residue. And hopefully I can clean up the box. This was one of my favorite series. They did an art series. And this is Pop Art D. And D was kind of the star, lead doll in the line. But Pop Art is just so cool. And this is like dot art, pop art. And it's really cool. And but the box, the whole thing, it just, when I look at her in box, it makes me so happy that I kind of want to keep her. And you'll see, this is funny. These are the other ones that went with this. Oh no, this is the Fairy Tale Dance. Yeah, actually, I think we only got Little Red Riding Hood. So here you can see, this is another one of the lines. This is where they started to get a little, I think we only got this one. Because these were kind of like, meh. That was towards the end. Yeah, Sloane is Little Red Riding Hood. We definitely got. But I don't remember getting Cyan. That's her name, not Siobhan. So look at this box, okay? It's so bright and colorful, and it ties this theme together so much. Look at that giant, so the giant red lips. There's just a lot of nods to the pop art era on the doll. And then this like comic themed dress, the polka dot leggings, we've got the speech bubble. Then in the background here, you see we've got the black and white dots. It's just so comic booky / pop art-y. And here's the back of her box where you can see this, kind of graphic of it, which I think is less interesting than the actual doll, which is a really nice change, I'm just looking at her, like see if we can see this, her eye makeup. She's got almost like confetti dots over her eyes, kind of like different colors of print or paint dotted. I love this outfit so much. I love it. Like, this is one I would love to have out of box and in box, but I'm not going to do that. She's so cool. I love this doll so much. I'm like emotionally attached to this doll. So when I found her in box at a reasonable price, because she's really expensive, I was like, mine. Yes. I love you so much. I love her so much. Oh, she's so pretty. So I'm going to try. There's some like water drips. There's some paint. I think I can handle it. And even if I can't, I'm going to leave her in the box because she's so pretty. Now this one I am going to take out of the box because I think she's more cool out of the box than in the box. This was their garden tea party. There is a ladybug version of this that is Tylee, and I'm trying to find her at a reasonable price. I want to show you this Tylee doll, and anyone who's known me for a long time will see this Tylee doll and know immediately why I love this doll. Tiny hat. I am a sucker for a tiny hat on a doll. And she's got a tiny little black hat with like some tulle sticking out of it and like a little red rose, and she's a ladybug, and I love ladybugs. So I really need to find her, but she is so expensive. Ugh! Or I find her in bad shape, or I find her without the tiny hat. Why would anyone want that doll without the tiny hat? It's all about the tiny hat. Come on. I am going to get this Bumblebee D out of the box so you can take a closer look and see why she's one of my favorites. And then we're all going to just send good vibes for me to find a ladybug Tylee that's got the tiny hat. We'll be right back. And she's out of the box. She's adorable. And I totally forgot that they came with stands. I think part of the reason I forgot that they came with stands was that their stands, because of the way they work, it was really hard. You had to like balance them perfectly because the stands, you see, here, let's take a look at your stand, go around their tiny little bendy legs. So it's a cute little stand. It goes around their tiny little legs. So what you have to do is you have to try to get it high enough up on their thighs that it'll fit. But because they're, obviously very top heavy because of their heads, they would tend to like, you'd look over at the shelf and all of a sudden you'd see like either that or just, this. So I when I could and when I had them, and especially if I had one that had a very top heavy like hairdo, like the cyan with the Eiffel Tower, her head was like all the time. So she was on a Kaiser stand and not her original stand. So this is D as a bumblebee. She's so cute. So cute. I happen to love yellow and black together because my name means honeybee. Melissa is a Greek name originally that means honeybee. Okay, so let's take a look at D. I thought that this particular touch was really, really cute from the first minute I saw it. Her sunglasses are like insect eyes that at this moment in time, I cannot remember the name of. It's been so long since I was in school and I knew compound eyes. Yes, compound eyes. I remembered something. And then her hair, their hair was not a very high quality hair. And this, I'm pretty sure, would like melt like crazy if you tried to blow dry it. But it's soft. Like there's no product in it at all, which is interesting, because usually if you see this kind of style, it's massive amounts of product. But really what they did to just kind of hold this in peace is there's little imperceptible black threads kind of holding this together into the side piece. And then there's like, I think it's yellow. No, it's little black thread. You can see the little black, so you can see sort of the edges of the black thread there. It's just really well done so that there's no product in the hair. And then she's got like a little bump it going here of hair, but this is not hard and gelled either. So you actually could, as a kid or, an adult, you could take this hair out and brush it and maybe just spritz it with a little water, and it would be, then she'd have, hair that didn't look like this. So, and it wouldn't be as cool as this. And I love this retro vibe with this kind of beehive. Get it? So like her hair is like a beehive-esque look. Her face is really, really pretty. I love this eyeshadow because to me, it almost looks like pollen. It's like a pollen, like orangey yellow color. Like, think about that. And then the beautiful, beautiful blue eyes that she had. Oh. And she's got flowers in her eyes because she's a bee and she has to go off and pollinate them. And tiny little nose and tiny little lips. And then her dress is so pretty. It's really simple. It's a strapless, you know. And then look at the bottom though. So we've got the little, this is a little felt belt. It's not plastic. And then this bubble skirt where they used this like raggedy kind of tulle material here all around the edges to make the stripes. And then to make the cape, they have this diaphanous kind of iridescent, it's a stiffer material, but you can see how it reflects the light like a bee's wings. I mean, the designers just thought out these designs so well. And then she's got these really cool high boots with just this little touchy yellow, like could that have been more New Jersey? But like even that little detail. And these dolls were not super expensive. They were not super expensive when they came out. And they were just, I mean, the fashions and the outfits and just like they went for it, you know, like they went for it. This is what it looks like when you go for it with a theme, you know, like, I mean, this girl's got an umbrella in her hair and she's got, you know, two little space buns going on and you know, a chrysanthemum or a peony. I can never figure out which one it is. And just really, really committing to a concept, you know, and like this, I mean, I am so tempted to go find one of her non-box. Like I can't, I have to stop. It's like, it's getting out of control. It's getting out of control. I think it's kind of a COVID thing. I think I'm just like I think, you know, it's either I'm going to eat Ben and Jerry's or I'm going to buy dolls. I think that's kind of the point we're at. But I am returning to public life. I actually went out and saw people, and I might go out and see people tomorrow night for dinner. Some of the ladies from the book club were like, well, hey, why don't we just get dinner next Wednesday? And I was like, oh, okay. And we're going to learn to play the canasta. Yes, I'm old. I'm going to learn how to play canasta. And also, by the way, Dee came with this tiny little teacup with a little bumblebee on it, and it looks like a honeycomb. I mean, or a beehive, not a honeycomb. So anyway, so these are 3 La-Di-Da dolls. There might be one more joining my collection if I can find Ladybug Tylee with the tiny hat. Otherwise, it's not happening. So that's the story on that. And I'm just really excited about all the dolls that are coming out. So thank you so much for watching. If you are new to the channel, I really appreciate it. Thank you to all of the people who've subscribed recently. I looked this morning and I'm getting close to 750,000 subscribers. Before my son Caden left the show, we had surpassed that number by a little bit, which was really exciting for us. But then my son left the show, and of course a whole bunch of people unsubscribed, because why would you? It was not the same thing with just me. But over, you know, the years of doing it without him, people have slowly been subscribing, and I just happened to notice, like last week, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm actually getting close to that number again. So it would feel really, I don't know, you know, it's nice to have goals in life. It's not necessarily a goal, but it just makes me feel really good. It makes me feel like you like me. You really like me. So thank you to all the new people who've subscribed. And I love you guys all so much. I hope you're staying well. And I will see you again real soon. Bye!